Okay, so this is the video to show you how to prepare the calibration curve for the ammonium measurements. I have my tubes already in my rack. I have my milky water in a falcon tube. I rinsed it 3 times with milky and then discard all the water and then fill it up to 50 mils. I have my 50 micromolars ammonium solution, and all my caps are loosened on my tube so I can remove them easily. I have my pipettes beside me. They already have tips on. I have a P5000 to add the milky water in the tubes, and I have a P200 to add the ammonium in the tubes for the calibration curve. Always assume that your gloves are dirty, so you're going to have to rinse them. I'm a right-handed person, so I'm gonna use my right hand to use the pipettes. So I'm gonna clean up my left gloves to manipulate the tubes. This is the part that is going to touch the tubes. So make sure that you clean your fingertips and between your fingers properly. And just shake your hand to remove excess water. So I'm working in the fume hood. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm not sure if it does make a difference in all of this, but I don't take any chances. So first thing first, we're gonna add the water to the tubes. I try to avoid touching the bottles with my left hand, but if I need to, I'm gonna use my pinky to get the caps off the bottles. I'm gonna keep my thumb, my index, and my middle finger to play with the tube. So when I remove the caps, I'm gonna take these 3 fingers. These 3 fingers will never touch anything but the tubes. So this is the P5000 pipette, and I'm gonna use my right hand to use it. I'm gonna have my index above the little guard so I can turn the knob to adjust the volume that I need. And I'm never gonna touch it with my left hand. I'm only using my right hand to adjust the volume of the pipettes. So I've adjusted my pipette to 5000. I'm going to remove the cap from the milky tube, and I'm going to sip in 5000 microliters. This is just to rinse the tip. This water is being discarded. Just throw it in the sink. Now you're going to get another 5000 with the pipette, and then remove the cap with your left hand with your 3 fingers dedicated for the tubes, and just add the water to the tube. The cap is going to be put back on, but loosely. You don't want to put it completely in, because you're going to go back and add the ammonium for the calibration curve. So adjust again the pipette for your second tube, and remove the cap with your left hand. If you have any doubt that your glove is dirty now, if you touch your clothes or your skin or the table, anything, just go back to the milky system, rinse your left glove again, the 3 fingers that you're using for the tubes, and come back and finish adding the water for the calibration curve. One thing I forgot to mention is that it's a good thing to rinse all the tubes from the calibration curve before doing all of this. Make sure you rinse them at least 3 times with the milky, and then put them in the rack, and then start with adding the milky, and then going forward with the ammonium add-ons. Now I'm done with the molecule water. I'm going to put the pipette aside, but I'm keeping the tip for when I'm gonna come back with the samples. I'm gonna use it to add the borate. Now I'm gonna add the ammonium to the calibration curve. I'm gonna use the P200 pipette, the yellow one. I adjust volume with my right hand. I keep my left hand clean. So I remove the cap from the ammonium solution, which is the 50 micromolar solution. So the first tube has already 5,000 microliters of solution with millicu plus ammonium. So it's already full, so you can close it right now. So I'm gonna add, in this case, I was adding 20 microliters of ammonium to the 4980 microliters of milky water in that tube, and then you continue with the rest of the calibration curve. So I'm all done with the calibration curve. All my tubes are closed now. I can use my two hands to close everything, the milicu, the ammonium solution. I'm going to throw away my gloves now. So the ammonium solution and the calibration are going back in the fridge until I'm done with my sampling at the rosette or on the underway seawater line. So once I'm gonna be done with my sampling, I'm gonna come back and add the ammonium and borate for the matrix effect, and then I'm gonna use the repeater pipette to add the working reagent to all of the tubes but the ones that add borate in them. And this is something that you are going to see in the next video.